Hi everybody, Mahesh here. So in today's video, I am going to randomly pick three companies, two or three companies, and we will analyze those companies quickly. And I kind of will give you my feedback, my viewpoint on those companies, how they are looking, whether there are any good opportunities, buying opportunities in those companies. So, just to give you a quick update on the Outlier portal, we had a major release this week. So, you'll probably see some of these new changes while I'm going through it. So, first of all, this section right here that you see when you log into your Outlier portal is a daily market perception, where the fear is, where the greed is for each sector, overall markets. You can literally get that idea daily. So right now I can go to any sector. I can select, for example, let's start with technology sector, see how it is looking today. So we have both evenly weighted as well as market cap weighted versions available. You can check them. So looks like there's a lot of fear in the technology sector, and I'm not surprised. This past week is not very good for technology sector. We have seen pretty much all the big companies, in that sell-off cycle where the prices have plummeted at least this week. So looks like there is a fear in that sector right now, which is actually, in my opinion, is a good thing, because when you're looking for opportunities, you want to find the opportunities at the most opportune time. And in my opinion, the time is when the market is greedy, when the prices are low. You also need to make sure that the companies that you are investing in need to be solid companies, so that you cannot predict the bottom price for that stock. But if you can at least buy it at a good time when the prices are down for a solid company, you know that even if there is a small drawdown that happens in the short term, you'll be okay in the long term. So to me, technology sector is looking pretty attractive right now, in my opinion. So I go here. This is XLK, technology sector spider. And if I look here, the blue, as you guys already know from my other videos, these are the potentially the high point when the prices are like close to their peaks. And this oscillator is very important data point in our Outlier portal, where it has a directional quality to it. So if it is going from bottom to top, you can expect that prices may go up. It's a very high probability the prices will go up. So that's what we see. And around March, the prices for technology sector were down. So if you were just trading XLK, for example, and buy it somewhere around here, and when you see these blue zones, and of course look at this trajectory, it is kind of flattening up on the top and changing direction. And if you would have sold at this point, you would have been in a better shape. And you see from this point onwards, after like April, third week of April, the sector started slowly coming down. And right now, as you guys have already seen, the technology sector, there's a sell-off, recent sell-off. And in my opinion, if you're just trading XLK, it may not be a bad time to get into it. So at least that's what our data is showing. We have added the real-time prices for the asset as well, so you can see how it is changing today's range, the low and high point, 1 year range for that particular stock, what is the volume, daily volume and 30-day average volume looks like for XLK. One new feature that we have done it, like we have provided a way for users, our members, to create their own watch list. Like if I want to create a custom list, I can just name it anything, test one or whatever you want to name it. I create it, and I can add stocks to that list so that I do not have to search it. I can just go quickly to my watch list and track those stocks. So which is one of the feature that a lot of our members have requested in the past. So let's come to the interesting part. So discount and premium list. So let's see where some of the opportunities are. So we looked just now for the technology sector. It's looking pretty good from the opportunity perspective. So let me go to the discount list here, and let me filter by sector, which is another cool thing we now have. You can filter by sector and see where the top opportunities are. Again, I'm just gonna pick up some random companies here today. So let me see. Maybe I'll start with, let's open Square. It's open in a new window. You click on it. Let's see Twilio, and let's open one more. So let's see Microsoft, if it's here. Microsoft. Okay, yeah, because there's a lot of controversy right now with the Microsoft. So I'm just curious on how it's looking. So let's start with first Square. So looks like today it's almost 1.54% down, and you can of course see which sector it belonged to, with industry, today's volume, and it gets updated, 30-day average range, and we have this another thing like a fundamental health range. This is like a fundamental score that we provide for any company. You can see how we think the fundamentals are looking for that company. I scroll it down, I look at our heat map and oscillator. So this is good in the sense that back in April, the price was somewhere around $245. Right now it's hovering around $200. So this is good. Like if I have to make a decision, I'll probably do a little bit more due diligence on how Square is looking. Let's see if there is any news on Square. So okay, so by the way, we added the news, the breaking news for each companies that you can see. You can look at what is Square is all about, what kind of business they are in, and you can look at the news. Like for example, this is interesting. Fintech company Plaid announces partnership with Square. I can look at this news, or what I can do is I can just go ahead and save it. So let's say I want to save it, and I want to just let me move myself from here. So I want to add a note, like I don't have time right now, let's say, and I want to save some note for myself. Interesting news, whatever, you can put whatever note you want to add here. So I'll just click on save. So it's kind of, I bookmark this news. I can come back later and I can go on this tab right now or later, my saved news, and that news that I save, that article that I save, I can always come back and read it later, if I don't have time, and see what note I left for that company. If I want to dig more into fundamentals, I click here. I can just look at what are the different fundamental data points are. So you can look there as well. All in all, in my opinion, this is a company which is showing a good buying opportunity based on our data. And of course, a lot of our members want to do a little bit more due diligence. That's always good, to spend more time on these companies, what they have, whether it's a good buying opportunity or not. But according to me, I feel like you may not go wrong if you decide to buy Square in the little bit short medium term. So let's close this one. Let's go to the next one, Twilio. So looks like Twilio is up today. Again, you can see the daily volume, 30-day average volume, fundamental health range. It is better looking than Square. So let's come back here. Our heat map and oscillator, it's actually looking good in terms of buying opportunity. If I look here, somewhere around April 26, the price was $400, and right now the price is hovering around $297. In my opinion, it's really good. I like to find these times when a sector, when the companies, the prices are really down. It's that time when you can really hit the home run, in my opinion. I'll come down here. If I have to read about what Twilio does, I can read it here. I already know about them. So we can see, okay, Morgan Stanley lowered price target to $420, which is way above than what it's trading right now. Quant Systematic Strategies acquired 846 shares of Twilio. Okay. If I have to save some news, again, I can bookmark it, leave my note, and I can read those news later. So these are some of the things that we have recently added. I want to see fundamental data for Twilio. I can come here, see how it is looking. I can come here. I haven't saved any news, but I can come if I want to save any news for Twilio. I can do that. So in my opinion, Twilio is looking really good. Again, I always encourage you guys to do your own due diligence whenever you make that decision. But to me, it is looking really good. So let's close it. So Microsoft is an interesting case with a lot of controversy recently around Bill Gates. So fundamental health score is impressive. Like, there are very few companies where I see such high fundamental score, so which give me like a very high confidence that the company overall is very solid in terms of the numbers, in terms of how they are growing. So the price is down today. Let's see what our heat map and oscillator are telling us. So from April, the price came down from $250-$60 to over, right now it's hovering around $246. Let's see what is the price right now. So around $245 right now. Okay, so headlines: Microsoft CEO weighs in on Bill Gates affair, says company has changed. That's good to hear. I want to read about it. I'll probably save it later. Read comments. You can add whatever note you want to add. So I have saved that headline. I can always come back to Microsoft page and see the news that I have saved, because these news, they get updated, and in case some news that you really liked or you really wanted to read, you can always save it so that you can come back. Fundamentals, can come here, look at the fundamental data point. So all in all, like some of the key things that we have added today while I was going through Outlier, we have added fundamental data, news, ability for users to create their own watch list. Then of course we have added actually probably around 200 to 300 more companies that we track. So around 1300 names that we are tracking right now on Outlier, and it is free to join, no credit card, nothing. We have a pilot going on which is extending till end of this year. So I really encourage you guys to check it out, because it can really help you with that edge that you're looking for, to give you that extra visibility on where the pockets of fear and greed lies for a particular asset, and it can definitely help you with that decision making. So thanks again for watching my video. I'll see you guys next week, and I'll see what I'm gonna be covering next week, but thank you for watching my videos.